Rightfield by Mark Sinelli, presented by Frank Dattilo. It was a partly cloudy day in July, which in my neighborhood meant it was a perfect day for a baseball game. Back in that day, we didn't need a 24-hour cable weather service or weather reports on our iPhones. All we had to do was look out the window. And if it wasn't raining, we were good to go. Yeah, my mom may have watched Jerry Hodak the night before and given us a heads up, but life was much, much simpler back then, with a lot less to worry about. You remember that? We didn't require sunscreen with a 45 SPF level or bottled water. We weren't concerned if it was an ozone action day or how hot the heat index would reach. All we needed were our baseball caps, and that was just to show you belonged on the baseball field. Occasionally, the caps even kept the sun out of our eyes. Oh, and you never wore your cap backwards unless you were the catcher. Today was the big game, and I couldn't wait to jump on my bike and ride the 2.5 miles to the ball field. The Petoskey Street Pirates were playing my Tuller Street Titans for first place. We boasted 5 wins without a loss, and the Pirates were 4-1. In our neighborhood, like many others, a single street could then supply a 9-player team of 10 to 12-year-olds. This was when families had more kids than they had cars or bedrooms, and almost every house in the block had welcome recruits. Once in a while, we had to fill in with a girl or two, and they were often as good, sometimes better than some of the boys, so it was not a problem. The Pirates were well stocked with 11 players, and that included the Castellucci brothers, who had just returned from a 7-day family vacation in Point Pelee. While they were gone, the Pirates lost their only game just by 2 runs. Andy Castellucci was an 11-year-old, short and stocky third baseman, while Vinny was a tall, broad-shouldered first baseman who led the league in both home runs and runs batted in. It was rumored that Vinny was several months too old for our league, but no one was willing to confront him on the subject. You know, he was actually more of a peacemaker anyway than a troublemaker, but just in case, it was always better to stay on his good side.